Hello everyone, I'm Michelle Smith and welcome to my channel. I have a Christmas craft for you today. The tools that you're going to be needing, your glue gun and glue sticks, a paintbrush and something to put your paint in, a pair of wire cutters and a good pair of scissors. The materials that you're going to be needing are some white paint. I have some apple barrel white paint. You're going to need some florals. I have these, they're just called cotton stems. I'm going to be using the pine cones off of them. I have some of the small pine cones. And then I have some red berries, white berries, some holly, some glittered fern, and some Queen Anne's lace. You're also going to be needing 2 of the green 18-inch wreath forms and some ribbon for a bow. These 3 come from the Dollar Tree. They will all work. Color tones are what I'm looking for. Or you can also use black and white buffalo check or red and black buffalo check. Any of those will do. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get cleaned up and we will get started. I went ahead and took the tags off of the wreaths and I pulled them apart. As you can see, one wreath does not have a lot of greenery on it. That's why we're going to be using 2. So you simply open them up, set one on top of the other, and then you're just going to go through and pull from the wreath in the back, the little stems up front, and every once in a while twist them with one of the top wreath stems. That way you're going to lock the 2 together. You don't have to do all of them. Just as you move along, do, one in each section. As you can see already, much better. Now, if you can't find the 18-inch wreath, you can use the smaller wreaths, which I believe are 15-inch. If you can only find one of the wreaths, you can always go in and add some of these. These are called garland ties. They also sell wired garland in the green. You can also use one of those to add fullness to your wreath. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and finish getting this together and I'm going to set it aside and then we're going to prep everything that goes on. So the first thing that I want to prep are my large pine cones here. They don't pull off, so you're going to need to use your wire cutters to remove them. I'm going to cut about 6. I think 6 will be plenty for the large pine cones. Okay, now I just want to give this a little tipping of snow. Give it that a little bit more winter feeling. So I'm just going to take a little bit of my paint, go in and just kind of tip the edges with some paint. Just so it looks like it has a little bit of snow. You want to get these done first so that they have time to dry before you apply them to the wreath. very easy. You can add as little or as much as you want. Very cute. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that to the rest of my pine cones. I'm also going to go ahead here and clip the pieces of holly. I'm going to cut everything down so I have smaller pieces to work with to prep those. And the same thing with the rest of the florals. I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then we'll come back and we'll start attaching everything to the wreath. So I went ahead and I trimmed all of my florals that I want to put in my wreath. I just left a couple inches on the stem so that I can glue them in. My pine cones are still drying. Now on the fern, it was really nice. It just pulls off in 3 really nice pieces off each stem. So you just separate those. Okay, so just go ahead and fluff up your wreath. Make sure that your greenery is nice and evenly distributed, that you have everything coming up and out. And you do need to be a little careful. I noticed in working with these, they're a little prickly. So be cautious of that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start with my holly. And basically, I'm just going to go through and be pretty even about where I'm placing it. I want to make sure that I have enough to get through the whole wreath. So I'm just going to kind of play with everything for a little bit and get their placement. And then go in and glue in. Now I left the berries kind of big. I wasn't sure if I wanted to attach it in a large cluster or if I wanted to break them down even more. That's up to you. But it looks like I will probably be breaking it down. And I may not even use the red since I have the red and only use the white. When you do, like I really like how these are. And that's all of the pieces that I have. So I know that's where I'm going to place those. Just go ahead and take the glue, your glue gun, add some glue along the stem there. You don't need a lot. And then go ahead and feed it into the wreath. You do need to be cautious that you don't glue it to the table. I'm going to go ahead and glue these in. And then we'll come back and we'll add something else. I have all of my holly glued down. Now I wanted my holly to be the most predominant thing on the wreath. So, and it is the largest, so that's why I laid that down first. Now I'm going to go in and I'm going to add some of the greenery. This is the flocked fern. I think this is very pretty, and I really like that you get several different sizes on that one piece. Again, you just want to make sure you get it evenly distributed through the wreath. And with the different sizes, that'll make it really nice too, because then you have several different pieces sticking out at different lengths. So just work your way around, add a little bit of glue. Make sure to angle them in some different angles. You don't want everything always looking the same, all facing the same way. And when I was laying out my holly, I kind of left this a little bit larger space. I want to put my bow at the top, so I wanted to leave room for the bow. Now, if you like hauls, crafts, and DIYs, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. I do upload new content every week. And if you have Facebook, I also have a Facebook group, Michelle Smith Creations. There you can find tips and tricks You can post photos of your own work. You can ask questions to me directly. And you can get inspired by other crafters. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to finish adding these, and then I'll come back. So I have all the fern glued in. Looks really good. Now I'm going to go ahead and do my pine cones. They're dry enough for me to put them in. Again, I want to put my bow up here, so I'm not going to put anything big here. Very simple. Just add glue to the back and put them wherever you want them. I'm going to kind of work my way down. Yeah, it looks like 6 will be just fine. I may not even need 6, 5 may work. Put one in between. And again, kind of try to angle them a little differently. I really like the way this wreath looks. It's very rustic and natural. When I think of Christmas, like a hometown Christmas, this is exactly what I think of. It's a really pretty, rustic, natural wreath. Okay, so I'm going to leave with just the 5 pine cones. I don't want to put one up here because, like I said, I'm going to put my bow. But I'll hold him in case I decide I need to stick him in somewhere. Now I'm going to go ahead and add some of the white berries. And again, it's just working around and putting it. I usually like to put kind of a little on the outside, a little on the inside, a little on the outside. Because now I kind of have the center filled, so now I'm going to kind of work around. Okay? Make sure I don't glue it to my table, which, yes, I have done in the past. I'm sure all crafters have at one point or another. Okay, so I'm just going to go through and add some of the white little berries, and then I will be back. So I've gone ahead and added all my white berries. Now I'm just going to go in and add some of the Queen Anne's lace, and then maybe just a couple of the small pine cones. And then the wreath will only need its bow. So I'm going to go ahead and add these wherever I need to. But as you can see, as you slowly build, it's best to start with the larger things that you have or the things that you want in the background. And then put the smaller things on top. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and add these and a few of the small pine cones, and then I'll come back and we'll do the bow. Okay, so I went ahead and I put in Queen Anne's lace. I did add some of the small pine cones, and I did go and add a few more of the fern. I'm very happy with the way it turned out. I left my little space for my bow, so we're going to go ahead and do that next. I've decided I'm going to go with this black and red buffalo check. I got this from Walmart. It was $3.98. It is a huge roll, 2-inch by 30 feet. Well worth it. You're also going to need a pipe cleaner to make the bow. You just need to decide how wide you want your bow. I want a pretty decent sized bow on there. I don't want it too overwhelming. Okay. So you want to figure out how wide you want it, and then you want to take the piece and you want to fold it so that the two pieces overlap in the middle. Okay. I'm going to make two of these pieces because I want a double bow. So now that I know how long I want it, I'll just measure another piece. Okay. Go ahead and fold those the same. They just need to overlap a little bit in the middle because we're going to be pinching it and we don't want it to come apart. And if you want, you can make the second one a little bit bigger. It's up to you. And then you're going to cut a piece for the tail. I'm going to cut mine long. I can always cut it shorter if I want. Okay. So the cut side is up. The cut side is up. I'm going to put this in the middle. And you're going to take all three pieces and scrunch them together in the middle. Tie it off with a pipe cleaner. Get it nice and snug. And twist. And you can go in and kind of fluff up your ribbon. Down. Okay. Now the next thing is going to cut a little piece because I want to cover the center. You don't need it very big, maybe 1.5 to 2 inches. And I'm going to take and I'm going to fold in the wire edge of the ribbon like that. I'm going to open up my pipe cleaners in the back like that. And then I'm going to glue one end down right on top of the pipe cleaners there. And you want to glue down the folded edge. The side you want to see is this side, not the folded side. Give it a minute to set. And go ahead and wrap that around. I have it wrapped all the way around, and then I'm going to glue it back down. This works really well. This is from the Dollar Tree. It's Betty Crocker. It is a silicone product. It works very well. As you can see, the glue wipes right off. So it makes it nice. You don't burn yourself. Okay, so there is my bow. Nice. And I can fluff it out and use these pipe cleaners to attach it. Okay. And to attach it, you simply feed it down and tie it around the wreath. Give it a couple twists in the back to secure it. And then go ahead and adjust. Well, there you go. Here's your finished product. I'm just going to play with my bow a little bit more, and then I'm going to hang it up and I'll take some pictures. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this craft. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up and give me a little love in the comments. I'd appreciate that as well. You have a great day, and I will see you next time.